What happens when legacy becomes a liability? For years, Justin Combs was the blueprint for how to navigate fame without scandal. The son of hip-hop billionaire Sean "Diddy" Combs, Justin managed to avoid the chaos and controversy that followed his father's empire like a shadow. He wasn't the loudest in the room. He wasn't chasing the spotlight. Instead, he played his role with grace, an educated, athletic, soft-spoken figure who seemed to rise above the noise. But that image, carefully curated and polished by years of quiet discipline, began to crack. This story isn't about a celebrity caught in a tabloid moment. It's about what happens when a quiet heir gets pulled into the storm of a collapsing empire, when your last name isn't just an identity, it's a target. When being in the wrong room at the wrong time could be the difference between freedom and federal investigation. Over the last year, the walls have been closing in on Diddy. Multi-agency raids, sealed indictments, and allegations that go far beyond the music industry. What began as whispers of financial irregularities exploded into a full-blown RICO case. And somewhere in the middle of it all stood Justin. Not because he committed a crime, but because he may have known too much. This isn't just about one courtroom incident or a single violent attack. This is about power, pressure, and proximity. About how someone raised to avoid scandal became the first one to fall. Not by choice, but by design. The headlines moved fast. Diddy's empire under siege. Federal raid uncovers shocking allegations, but none hit harder than the one no one expected. Diddy's son collapses in court after sudden attack. In today's video, we dive into the full story. The life of Justin Combs, the rise of an untouchable empire, the legal firestorm surrounding it, and the one blow in a courtroom that may change everything. And that because sometimes the first domino isn't the one in charge. It's the one who was never supposed to move at all. June 2nd, Manhattan, 10:14 a.m. In one of the most secure courtrooms in America, silence shattered. A body hit the floor. Blood pooled. And for the first time, Sean "Diddy" Combs didn't look like the mogul who had controlled hip-hop for 3 decades. It wasn't him on the ground, it was his son, Justin Dior Combs, unconscious, bleeding from the temple. And in that moment, a federal investigation took a sharp turn from money, fame, and power to something far more personal. Because Justin wasn't just Diddy's son, he was the quiet heir, the soft-spoken shadow, and now possibly the most dangerous witness in a collapsing empire. Justin Combs was supposed to be untouchable. Born in 1993 to Diddy and fashion icon Misa Hilton, Justin was raised in a world most people can't even imagine. Mega mansions, private jets, dinners with A-listers. But unlike other celebrity kids, Justin didn't coast on his father's name. He built a clean image. In 2012, he earned a full football scholarship to UCLA. Not a publicity stunt, real talent. At 5 feet 9 inches and 180 pounds, he played defensive back with grit and speed. When critics questioned his legitimacy, he answered plainly, "I know people think I got in because I'm Diddy's son, but I want to prove I'm good enough to be here." After graduating with a sociology degree, Justin pivoted into entertainment. Red carpets, brand ambassadorships, music ventures. He wasn't loud, he was composed. Diddy once called him a kinder, smarter, and less loud version of me. But that quiet persona may have hidden something much more dangerous. Justin seemed like the embodiment of grace under pressure. Never arrested, no tabloid scandals, just calculated steps through Hollywood's maze. Yet with every public success, there was a quiet alignment with a deeper machine, one that would pull him in when the walls started crumbling. Justin never looked like the type to be involved in a criminal empire. But by 2024, investigators noticed something odd. Justin's name started showing up in emails, contracts, financial documents connected to companies now under federal scrutiny. Private meetings, guest logistics, budget approvals. Individually, harmless. Together, they painted a picture. He wasn't just around, he was active. A criminal attorney put it bluntly. Justin's involvement in Bad Boy Entertainment is undeniable. The real question is whether he understood what he was getting into. And that question would soon become central to the government's most aggressive legal strategy, the RICO Act. The Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO, was designed to dismantle mafia families. Now, it was targeting hip-hop royalty. By March 2024, the FBI, DEA, and IRS coordinated multi-city raids on properties tied to Diddy, LA, Miami, Atlanta, New York. The allegations: money laundering, drug trafficking, exploitation, tax fraud. 170-plus pages of investigative data, including wire transfers to shell companies, suspicious payments to consultants, private jets used to move undisclosed goods. And in the middle of it all, Justin. He wasn't charged, he wasn't arrested, but he was pulled into the narrative as a potential witness. That's when prosecutors started playing chess. Use the son to pressure the father, cooperate, or watch your own blood take the fall. Then came June 2nd. Justin appeared in court. Calm, quiet, seated on the left wing, not with counsel, not with family. That's when it happened. A man in a black jacket stood up. No shouting, no warning, just one movement. A brutal blow to the head. Justin dropped instantly. Medical teams rushed in, blood flowed, courtroom chaos. The assailant, no criminal record, but tied, through indirect links, to a Florida group under investigation by the same federal task force. Too convenient to be coincidence. Security experts said, a courtroom like this doesn't get breached unless someone wanted it to. Was it a threat or a silencing attempt? Either way, the message was clear. No one is safe. With Justin now in a coma, unconscious and unable to speak, the public started to wonder, was he just collateral damage or something more? Under RICO, you don't need to commit the crime. Just knowing about it and playing a part, even unknowingly, can get you indicted. Justin signed contracts, managed PR, attended suspect meetings. A former legal advisor said he got too close to the fire without realizing how hot it was. Now he lies in a hospital bed, and the fire is still burning. The attack on Justin cracked the image of invincibility. Brand deals were pulled, assets frozen. Family members turned on each other behind closed doors. Even Diddy's net worth, once near $1 billion, is now under threat. Justin, listed as a shareholder on multiple entities, may be subject to asset seizures. Even if proven innocent, he could lose everything. And the psychological toll? That may be the harshest sentence of all. Legal experts warn, even if he wakes up, Justin may never be the same. Worse still, his silence, voluntary or not, may shape the direction of the entire case. With one heir silenced, will the rest fall next? Justin Combs was never the scandalous child. No arrests, no tabloid mess. He walked with poise, represented the future, the clean air. But it was that same quiet role that made him the easiest target. He inherited his father's name, but not his father's protection. And that's the tragedy. You don't choose where you're born, but you still pay for it. As the legal case against Diddy accelerates, one question remains. Was Justin Combs the innocent caught in the crossfire, or the keeper of secrets too dangerous to be spoken aloud? What do you think? Was Justin just at the wrong place at the wrong time, or has he been at the center all along? Let us know in the comments. Hit like, share this video, and subscribe for more deep dives into the cases shaking up Hollywood's darkest corners. Because this story, it's not over yet.